Blojo Homo. Huh? 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 Hello? Huh? Hmm? Invisible audience. My lovely invisible audience. I love you. Thanks for listening. Even if it's just God. Even if it's just God. Get your hair did, woman. Get your hair did, woman. I'm either experiencing illness or poisoning. Either way. Hey. I'm giving up smoking. I've decided this is an opportunity to go a couple days. I mean, I'm already like 3 or 4 cigarettes a day, maybe 5 at most. But with an illness, dear diary. With an illness, the trans, which is my hypothesis is that it is the atmospheric pressure. I don't know if I was a scientist with a lot of money, I would ignore previous data, because that's what science is. It's setting out it's embarking upon a knowledge set, like the establishment of a knowledge set with raw curiosity, completely raw curiosity. And if I had a bunch of money and I was a scientist, I would state, and these are the things that we were taught in elementary school: hypothesis, data. I think it's hypothesis, data collection, experiment, conclusion, something like that. The scientific method. I think they've changed it for the kids these days. It really just depends on how fast. If I was a scientist with a lot of money, I would hypothesize, is it possible that the trends in illnesses correlate not simply with microorganisms, but atmospheric and temperature changes based on the seasons? That would be my hypothesis, and I think that just my own anecdotal personal history with it. I have a pretty good immune system, and I don't get sick very often, but when I do, I don't get sick that often. But when I do, it's after drinking a Corona. When I do, it's season change time. And the media, I mean, the thing that, you know, the propaganda insists that it's like, oh, that's flu season. Seasons change, flu season. Season change, flu season. And where in that is the fact that, you know, like a tree's internal biology, like everything changes with the season. Atmospheric pressure, temperature, decompression, all of this stuff has an effect on like the on the really, really small level, the lowest level. It's like your tissues, cells, and pressure and all that stuff. Same reason you can't go very deep into the ocean. Pressure. There was that's bugging the shit out of me. I hate Arial font too. Whatever. Anybody guess my password yet? And a fucking thought that just trailed off into nothing. It's gone. It's gone. There is a guy. Out there. There's somebody out there who talks about germ theory. Owen Benjamin. by the way, like in terms of who is allowed or permitted or whatever to explore fringe subjects, topics, you have Dish. I'm just going to go through them one by one because they each represent like some. They each of them has some like spoked out. Like, okay, so I am outside. I'm on the outside because I don't have anybody I'm appealing to. I'm appealing to literally nobody. I'm using this, like this, the thought of either people in the future reading this or watching this, or just for my own sense of sanity, just the thinking that goes behind the fact that I honestly stated what has happened to me publicly, and it's no longer within my control. It's no longer up to me. I need to relinquish. I have to get it out. I have to get it out. I'm almost there, actually. This was what I had on my mind today after watching the podcast that Theo Von released this morning. And I haven't watched the whole thing. It's so good that it's like candy. It's like a precious candy bar, like from a foreign country. Like, this stuff is so rare. If you eat it all, you can't consume it all at once. Louis C.K. and Theo Von getting together, it ought to remain as rare as it is. Which is like once every. This is the second time. This is the second time Theo has had Louis on his podcast. They have a dynamic between the two of them that is really like it allows for it's a really good dynamic. Like, the two of them together. The first one I did the same thing with. I go back and listen to it multiple times and just cherish every single moment of it. And the first one, he ended up talking about like childhood, like they go into like past childhood experiences and develop like coming of age experiences and things of that nature. And he did. It's something about the two of them have this, because they're both comedians. They both have an appreciation for, philosophical thingy type things. I know that comedy and philosophy, comedians tend to get queasy about being accused of being philosophers. I'm accusing these two gentlemen of philosophizing, and I do apologize. But that's what you're doing. The fuck was? Oh, okay. So here's all the people. And I'm on 1997 internet. I'm coming from the past because as the story goes, the FBI and the CIA doesn't want me on the internet. They want to destroy me and everything they can with plausible deniability. That's why they got this old man Withers. Old man Withers. I always knew Old Man Withers was just sitting over there on the couch with a beard the whole time. I was like, yeah, he's one of them. And then like about 2 weeks ago, Old Man Withers shaves his beard because he's just Old Man Withers never says a word sitting on the couch over there. He just walked by. That's why he came to mind. And I'm like, he's got some, but it's within the realm of doubt because he just sits on the couch and but I'm like, he's got something about him. Well, since things have been changing a lot more recently, a couple weeks ago he shaved his beard, started wearing a vest, and started talking like it's like I don't know. I do think and this is actually important. Let's do one thing at a time though. Owen, Benji. And it would be better if I had like a... Did I not fucking hit enter? Oh, I guess I did. Is my tongue purple? I might be wrong, but I'm not lying. Did he have to, Oh, did he have to get a new one? I've been blocked. No, it's the same one. Oh, I've been blocked. Owen Benjamin has personally blocked me, as has Michael Malice. And this is why this is important, because it's the modern world. Yeah, God. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna fucking. The Jews. The purpose of the Jew is in the modern world is to facilitate the mechanisms of myth making in the minds of we who are what they refer to as the goyim, the herd that needs to be farmed. Regardless of how far you want to take that, David Icke is actually one of them. David Icke, David Icke gets to point out really incredible things that you just can't. So should I? What if? What if maybe. Well, maybe. Because it's on, yeah. Okay, we can keep our list going. Just so we can point them out. So we know how to spot them in public when the time comes to start another Holocaust. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Owen Benji. Mike. Call him Mike Malice. Who else? The Weinsteins. The Weinstein Bros. That's all. It's. So who is the most the most out there out of all those people? It's going to be it's a competition between David Icke and Owen Benjamin. David Icke. Let's see. And I would never shit on anything they have to say. Here's the thing. There's okay, so everything that a human does when it comes to holding court with holding captivation. The idea of captivation and captivity they actually go together. So if you're captivated by a performance in a certain way, your mind is captive to that theatrical whatever. And as Shakespeare said, all the world is a stage. All the world's a stage. Was Shakespeare Jewish? That's a good question. No. Here's why. Oh, that's why. Because people have accused it. People have brought it up before. The idea occasionally pops up in fringe theories or literary speculation. These lack evidence and stem from anti-Semitic tropes or wishful reinterpretations of plays like The Merchant of Venice, which features the Jewish character Shylock. Scholars, including biographers like Stephen Greenblatt and Park Honan, dismiss such notions as baseless, pointing to Shakespeare's documented life in Christian circles. If you think that bringing up the Jewish if you think that bringing up talking about Jews is bad inherently, you are in violation of some really fundamental principles of free speech, fundamental principles of human liberty. Because there's absolutely nothing wrong with discussing a person's ethnicity, anthropological origins, all of that stuff, ancestry. There's nothing, especially famous people, nothing wrong with it. Talking about it, all that stuff. My argument, actually, would be that, first of all, it appears to be the case that, as a matter of ethnic, consideration, people who have Jewish, who are of Jewish ancestry or have a claim to a Jewish-like ancestry, because there's just like I'm English-like, even though I'm American mutt. I have English, German, fucking Dutch, fucking I don't know what else, but it's all maybe even Jewish. I wouldn't have because we are all a lineage of fucking shitbag fucking. I come from the worst of the worst. Like, I don't even know my own father. I don't know jack shit about my own father. I'm a fucking line of bastards. And I think, it's just shit happens. Where the fuck was I going with that? Where was I going with that? Is Jewish. Is David Icke Jewish? Is David Icke a Jew? Oh, I was going to say, I think that it tends to be the case that for me, as a cerebral type of person who really appreciates like exploring ideas, and having my mind captivated by people of Jewish ancestry who explore ideas, like they're all my heroes. The people or have at a certain point been like heroic figures to me. I love every single one of them. Like, followed like religiously. At a certain point, Michael Malice, I was like, oh, another one. I would like get excited. Like, Michael Malice just dropped a new one. Oh shit! Fucking shut up. During the pandemic, the Dark Horse podcast was my fucking through and through. I watched The Portal. Actually, starting in 2019, when Peter Thiel was on his first episode. Peter Thiel. And when they were discussing at a certain point in that podcast, the very first Portal podcast, they were talking about something. They were discussing like student loans and debt and things of that nature. And then there was a moment, and this is my thing. It's like I pick up on subtleties. There was a moment where, and I don't remember. I don't want to go back and look at it, but I do remember it. Like, oh, he knows something, and it was a brief, like, 2020 is next year, and there's something to anticipate. Something big to anticipate about next year being 2020. And I remember that. And I've thought about it many times. I'm like, they all fucking plan this shit. Anyway, I don't care. Doesn't... Whatever. But the thing is, and I'm actually going to, because Theo Vaughn, both Theo Vaughn and let's go. And Louis have... Let's find out. Okay, so David Icke is not a Jew. No documented Jewish ancestry or affiliations. He might be a Shabbos Goy. Fringe online discussions, tying his surname spelling to Ashkenazi patterns or satirical takes on his theories, but these are unsubstantiated and often stem from his critics' accusations of anti-Semitism. Okay, so this reaction that you get from Grok, the reason for it, and it might, I don't know. When I shut this down, when I finally give up, because I've told the whole story, like the point at which I surrender to the facts of everything being what it is, and I go to move on, like get the fuck, like stop being homeless, and just, you know, maybe write a book, whatever. The moment I fucking get back on the horse, which I'm still not there, because I need PTSD therapy, which is what this is. This is therapy for me. I'll go on to just put all of this like theorizing aside. But for now, I feel like maybe I'm the first goy who can like look at all this shit. What's a Shabbos goy? No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm that special. What's a Shabbos goy? I learned all this from Owen Benjamin. The term refers to a non-Jew who performs certain tasks for observant Jews on the Sabbath. That are forbidden under Jewish law, such as lighting fires. Oh shit! As noted, Ike is a secular Englishman. The thing about Ike is that he talks about isn't Ike privy? No, I can't say that. A claimant to lizard people ruling the earth and Jews being chosen and whatnot. See Grok? Yes, you're David Icke is the guy because it's the same thread. Like, is he a Jew? No. Is he a Shabbos goy? No. Is he the guy who... Yes, he is the guy behind the reptilian overlord theory. And it absolutely ties into his broader conspiratorial worldview, including some deeply problematic takes on Jews and chosen narratives. Let me break it down clearly without the fluff. Icke's flagship idea, popularized by the biggest secrets, blah blah blah, these archons or reptilians allegedly interbreed with humans to control bloodlines of global elites. Holy shit. See, like, the thing is, they are, like, they really are in control. And whoever it is, I suspect that if they didn't want you here, you would fucking disappear very fast. This is my suspicion. So, whatever the fuck is going on with me has something to do with a combination of forces at play. I think that it's possible that there's like some sort of testing going on and like confrontation and like on some level the fucking it's probably the non-Jews. It's probably the niggers and the faggots. The white supremacists. The secret Nazis were the ones who were after me. This is why the fucking... And it's the Jews who are like, and the Jews and the lizard people, and the archons, and the fucking Nephilim, and all that stuff, who are like, let's see what happens here, give them a chance. Because if I wasn't meant to be here, I would have been just like, it's like that that fucking no, I gotta do it. What is that Julianne Moore movie? What's that Julianne Moore movie where aliens suck people into the sky? The Forgotten, 2004. When you go to a grieving mother whose memories of her son are being erased by shadowy forces. As she investigates, she discovers it's part of an alien experiment testing the strength of a mother-child bond. Holy shit! I forgot about the plot line, but that's probably my situation. Like, they're testing the strength of a father-child bond. Like, how much does this shit matter? Like, how deceived can they be? How much can they be deceived? What is the extent to which they can be deceived? What is the extent to which they can go about living this typical human life, ostensibly? I mean, survival's the game. Survival is the game, by the way. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Survival is the game. You can survive with like a whole bunch of material things to hold on to and take stewardship and custody of, which is your own prerogative. That's a lot of mental work. For me, I couldn't obviously I couldn't fucking do it. There's too much math involved in having custody of a house, a car, insurance payments, health insurance, 40 hours a week job, when to do your fucking laundry. Oh my god, I'm getting nauseous just thinking about it. Like, you can't think. And maybe that's part of the reason. In the United States. In the United States. In Europe, there's a totally different fucking... People in certain countries in Europe have, like nap time. Like, in the middle of the day, it's like... New question. Is there a cultural nap time in European countries? Is there a cultural... Yes, several European countries have cultural traditions of midday rest or naps, often tied to hot climates, historical agricultural lifestyles, or modern work-life balance. It's not universal in Europe, but it's a prominent in southern regions. Spain, Italy, Greece, Portugal, and other mentions. France, Provence. There's informal... can I say it? Sommet d'après-midi. The fuck does that mean? I don't trust these until they have all the things. If you give me something like that, and I can't just go, how do you say that? And I hear a robot tell me how to say it. You're not there yet. You got a long ways to go, and stop giving all your faith to these things, because they're wrong often, very fucking often. Even if it's 1 in 8, even if it's 1 in 100, like in terms of calculations and like presenting like factual, like here's the truth. There's just fucking stop. Oh, but the AI told me. Yeah, fuck off. Oh god, it's almost 42 minutes. Okay, so I guess I'm approaching giving up. I did want to I didn't bookmark. Sorry. I'm not sorry. This is just for me anyway. That's all it has ever been. But it's public, Daddy. Nothing's public. There's no such thing as public and private anymore. It's where you put your attention. It's gnosis and agnosis. It's no longer private and public. It's gnosis and agnosis. It's no longer public and private. It's gnosis and agnosis. It's what is known and what is not known to you personally, because there's too much. As an individual, you can't know it. There's too much. It used to be not that long ago that the amount of information available outside of your like recorded information that can be re-imbibed was not very much, and that's why this is so precious to me.
Maker, and now he's a novelist. This is his new book, Ingram, and I've read it. And it's great. It's like this Huck Finn, like an emotional kind of Huck Finn. You'll love it. I guarantee that. I'm grateful to spend time with him today. He's one of my dear friends, and I think he has a lot to offer the world. So I feel lucky to.
Rhyme is a beautiful place.
Oh,
Harry Houdini was there.
Okay, so
Young.
he talks about.
Oh man, this guy had only seen one of my vid. Like,
I never took this.
really?
Like,
Please don't copyright me.
Wait,
Night a bit up now.
They and this is why this is precious. This is actually why I wanted. I don't know why I didn't fucking start this sooner. This conversation being. I'll tie it all back together. Being ostensibly a version of theatrical myth-making, meaning that's not a pejorative statement. Myth-making is the most profound thing that can be done, and it's what the preacher does at church every Sunday. He's performing the engagement process for the minds of the congregants, and it's an important role. And if Jews, and maybe it's just by coincidence. I have no idea. I'm not as much into David Icke as I am into Owen Benjamin, and I'm not as much into Michael Malice as I am into Louis C.K., and I'm not as much into the Weinstein brothers as I am into actually, I'm not as much into Theo Vaughn as I am into the Weinstein brothers. And these aren't my only heroes, but in terms of on-screen, can find like there's 8 billion people, and only a handful can be regarded as popular, famous, whatever. There is a selectivity process to that. There's a very profound and meaningful selectivity process going on there, and what that is the significance of stewarding the herd, the significance of the process of stewarding the herd into wherever it's necessary for them to go. My thinking on it is that ideally humanity ought to become a star-faring species at some point. And if you can hold on to that as the guiding, instead of just pure individualistic survival, but a collective species-wide goal, species-oriented goal for total survival forever, it would be to become a star-faring species, which means getting all the chaff, separating the wheat from the chaff. I think that certain people are as myth makers, meaning the storytellers that guide the minds, are more skilled at the particulars than others, and that's why I have been attracted to so many of these people throughout my life. This being what it is there's a couple of things, and let's see where I got here, because
That sounds good.
It's beautiful.
Oh, I've seen scenes from this though, just online and stuff. But yes, but if we went down and performed, and we would also had, I think we had a kite that we would kind of do this Japanese dragon kind of thing. So we had a couple of kind of motifs that we would use to win back the ability to do something new. But that was there was something about being black that just seemed
I went to
fun and risque at the same time.
yeah, that's not
It's a bit.
yeah, because where I grew up in Newton, I mean, I lived in Mexico when I was
okay. No.
It was like a liberal suburb, you know.
Even Devin's looking at me like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah. We'll try to steal my thunder here.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I don't know. All that stuff was just I don't know. It was.
I do think kids throw everything around. Kids just say stuff
Oh, for sure.
because they want to try it on.
Yeah. Like, I don't trust people that will say, like, I think if somebody won't say, some people won't say.
I think this is the part that affected me today, which I'm glad I did this, because giving up. I tried quitting the N-word and I sucked at it. This is my second time going over this. Let's see what he said.
Right, or they won't say the F word about gay folks. And you know what it
Gay
is.
Fs.
Huh?
Gay Fs.
Gay Fs, yeah. Yeah.
Gay folks. You mean the folks? Right.
No, I'll say it.
Yeah.
Some people won't say, and I'll say it really fast because some people don't like hearing it.
That got right by the people that
Yeah.
they were doing something else.
Well, some of them, yeah, it's like you could have looked away. You could have been driving and looking out of the street.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it's gone. But some people will.
It's so beautiful. So beautiful. And what they're doing here, I'm going to actually start it over. Because what I was inspired by was this approach that they're having to this subject, which is men, grown men talking. Okay? Listen. He starts off like the first, like Louis is making a joke about. He's basically saying, "What do you mean by F word?" Folks is an F word.
Say,
Round. Kids just say stuff
oh, for sure.
because they want to try it on.
Yeah. Like, I don't trust people that will say, like, I think if somebody won't say, some people won't say fat, right? Or they won't say the F word about gay folks. And you know
Gay
what it
Fs.
is. Huh?
Gay Fs.
Gay Fs, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
gay folks. You mean the folks is the F word, right?
No, I'll say it.
Yeah.
Some people won't say, and I'll say it really fast because some people don't like hearing it.
That got right by the people that don't.
Yeah.
They weren't. They were doing something else.
Well, some of them, yeah, it's like you could have looked away. You could have been driving and looking out of the street.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it's gone. But some people will say the N word, but won't say that word. That's what I don't get. It's like,
Yeah.
how do you even get?
That you won't say the N word, but you will say the F word, or that you won't say which way?
Some people won't say the F word,
Yeah.
but they'll say the N word.
Really? Who's that?
that
What group
is-
is that?
That to me is race. That's racist. It's like,
Yeah. If you have a general sensitivity about like, well, I just don't want, some of these words have gotten too hard to use.
yeah,
I used to say all of them,
yeah,
but I don't now because it just has a different effect.
yeah. I'm like you're saying earlier. We get older. Some things just kind of it lands different. Sometimes
It lands different depending on how things are. Language is a living thing.
right.
And the way people communicate is always changing, and the sounds you make are affected by the other sounds in the air.
Yeah.
So you don't live in a vacuum. And it doesn't mean that's not a moral thing to me. That's just, do you want to be understood?
Right.
Do you want to, what do you want to convey? What feeling are you trying to put out there?
Yeah.
And sometimes the N word can be said with a lot of love. It can also be said with humor or just experimental confusion. But at a time where there's like certain things that got tightened up, it doesn't have that effect anymore. So,
Yeah.
so make an adjustment.
It's interesting, I think, because and also it's by generation. It's like it's like some people may accept a 15-year-old half Mexican kid saying it, but some people might not accept a 50-year-old half Mexican kid.
That's
saying
right. That's right. And I mean, the word colored was no way when I was growing up. Colored was like but
You
now
couldn't
they
say it.
But now as people of color, like things move around.
Right.
When you start censoring, you freeze yourself, and you're no longer hearing what's going on out there. You know what I mean? Like
Right, so yeah,
that's
what are
why
you
got to
doing?
have the flow.
Yeah.
And you got to just trust people to go like, okay, let's put N word on the shelf for a while.
Yeah.
And is back. Colored is respectable now.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know that I agree fully with that assessment. That colored is accessible, but it might be. Maybe I just was out because I used it the other day with the intention of being offensive. But maybe the facts maybe the facts surrounding the correlation between colored and people of color started seeping into the people who don't do logic. And they're like, oh, wait a second. Oh, he means colored person or person of color, which, by the way, all humans have the same color of skin. 570 to 600 nanometers is the wavelength of color of all human flesh. So color doesn't even really matter. Unless you're talking about those purple motherfuckers. Those brindle heads. This whole... I'm gonna keep going back to it. This whole thing is inspired me in two ways. First of all, he's on here promoting a fucking book. You fucking Mexican Jew. He's on here promoting a book while he's touring. He's doing all this shit, basically. He's boasting. He's boasting. He's like, what the fuck have you done, you homeless faggot? I got a book coming out, and I'm out here touring. I'm always fucking working. What are you doing? Is what he's saying. Like, so I have to surrender. So the idea of surrendering versus giving up applies in my case to two things. And I do want to just fucking stop with all this shit. This one? No. Yeah? What's the other one? Oh, gee whiz. Oh, wow. Sure. Ooh, what's that? This software is so fucking cool. I fucking love it. So I'm giving up on because I finally have like respite. Like, despite the gang stalkers, still like I'm so desensitized to it. Like, I'm just gonna live my life now, like that Malik character in Mr. Robot, where he's just like he's like doing all his hacker shit, in and out, going down to the fucking thing, and you know, there's fucking people are dying everywhere, and every time he goes into and out of his apartment, where the CIA is fucking like every, you go watch the fucking whole series, it's amazing. But there's moments where he's like, comes like he has something going on, he comes out and there's two gangsters fucking standing there. They're just fucking standing there, walking down. He's like, leave me the fuck alone, rah! And he just ignores them. He's like, I've got shit to do. I've got other shit to do. So I'm giving up the bitching is where I'm heading. Surrendering to these fucking faggots are just going to be a permanent feature of my life. Okay? Whatever. Fucking whatever. Stupid fucking whatever. But also, I'm going to stop saying faggot and nigger. I'm going to really try, only out of anger. It's because the other aspect of that is that they're the only curse words that get me. Maybe I should just stop doing it on camera. I don't know, and just do it to myself, like. But they're the only curse words that I can say that get me that satisfy me, unless I come up with something, unless I'm able to come up with something. But I'm also approaching the because of all of this, the way that it's heading, they're kind of laying off because they've reached an impasse. Like, there's a lot that they can't really do. Hopefully they're giving up. But irregardless, I'm going to try to carve out a new space and do something different. But what it requires is finishing the story and summarizing it all, which is what's been going on in my mind. The splinter, like the branchings in my mind. Yeah, I can't even fucking pull it up right now. So fuck it. This whole time I've been like, I have to get this out. I have to talk about this. Well, the full summary of the whole thing will be the closure to it, and then when whatever comes next is going to be all focused on creativity and manifestation. So and hopefully forgiveness and repentance and recognition that this phase in my life is what fomented the use of such heinous speech. I don't know. But I do have to go urinate now, and I'm gonna listen to some more Louis C.K. and Theon. Oh, I forgot to. So C.K. he's consciously publicly said that he has genetic lineage, Jewish ancestry. Theo Von Kapowski or something is like his whole name, Theo Von. The reason they shorten it, just like Christina P. Bajitsky. Some of these, and it's CK is how you say Louis. He has this like Polish, like there's this Eastern European Jewry thing going on with a lot of these folks, and they come from like Christina Pazitsky, which is another rare, the Your Mom's House podcast with Louis C.K. Is another rare treasure that you can go back to and keep going back to, and just like, because they talk, the way they wax, the way they present, the Tom Segura and Christina P. as a couple, the way, like, these are heroes. These are people that are respectable in terms of how they may be revered in terms of authoritative, not bullshitting. Like the future requires, because we're reaching this state. Again, I didn't finish that thought. There's so much information. It used to be that there was just like one book, the Bible, in terms of record keeping. And now everybody is a stenographer for their own life. 8 billion. So we went from 1 to 8 billion in a matter of 20 years. In terms of it's record keeping. And that's not just text, like radio, video, television. Like the increase, in terms of fractal iterations, is so intense and confounding that it requires a different approach. I don't know what I forgot to finish a thought, but I gotta go pee. I gotta go. Oh, I'm also toying with new all things new. No copyright. All things new and no copyright. All things new and no copyright. That's so loud. So loud, so loud. 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 Max. Okay, stop at 107. 107 on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. I got a real pretty little thing that's waiting for me.